What's that? Why do you ask? It is a common question, I know. How do I prevent myself from getting into a chokehold? Well, I do this. Hello and welcome back to another Reality Check video review. That's right, we're going to be opening up the GPD Pocket Display Gaming Pocket Display Windows 10 device. So here it is. You might have seen it in the background for a while. I've been waiting to open it up. So let me give you a little bit of background real quick. So a long time ago there was an Indiegogo campaign. Indiegogo campaign. It raised like $700,000, 500% over what they expected to raise, or what they needed, and of course this is the product of that. This is the GPD Win Intel Z8750 Windows 10 OS gaming console. The first thing I see is GPD in the top. Okay. It's actually got some very nice product boxing. Check that out. See that? That's there's the bright light on it, but that looks pretty good. The GPD GamePad Digital, that's what it stands for. It stands for GamePad Digital. Okay. Okay, so I'll cover up part of it, but it gives you basically a Windows 10 key right next to the gamepad itself. So you've got your key right there on the box, and I'm just going to pull this guy right out, and that's what you've got right there. I took the cover off, and it looks like we have our film set that we can put on there, so we can keep it protected. Looks like there's headphones, charging cable, and of course the charger, and some instructions. The packaging is actually done very nicely. Alright, pocket-sized. It is definitely pocket-sized. Let me see my phone real quick. Okay, so just so you can see a comparison, this is a Note 5 right here, a Galaxy Note 5, and this is the GPD Windows Intel 10, and it is basically, let's see, my phone is actually just a little bit taller than this, so it's a little bit shorter but a little bit wider, so a little shorter, a little wider. Wow, this thing is it's very hefty. It feels very weighty, and it's very cool looking. So some quick specs on this guy. It actually has Windows 10 64-bit OS. It has Intel Cherry Trail quad-core 1.6 GHz up to 2.4 GHz. It has Intel HD graphic GPU. It has a 5.5-inch touchscreen, 4 GB DDR3 RAM, 64 GB storage capacity, of course TF card expansion, and it also has HDMI output. So if you're wondering how do you connect to it, it's got, not only does it have wireless, but it's got Bluetooth, so 4.1 Bluetooth. The first most noticeable thing about this guy is just its form factor. It is very, very nice looking. Go ahead and take a look at that. On the bottom it has this little switch, so you can either turn the fan off, medium, or on high. It also has these little triggers, these little buttons right here, so when you're playing it like a gamepad, you've got R2, L2, L1, R1, so you actually have your buttons back there, as well as a USB 3 memory card, or HDMI, and USB-C out. So it's just got everything that you could want on it. Let's go ahead and open it up right here. 1, 2, 3, let's take a look. Whoosh. Yeah, there you go. So there is the display right there. It looks awesome, actually. It really does look nice. If you're playing it like a gamepad, of course, it's just like an Xbox controller where you have your little analog sticks, your D-pad, and of course your little buttons right there. So when you're holding it like that, you can actually play it just like this. It works just like a gamepad would, which is pretty freaking sweet. You have your entire keyboard right there, as well as your Xbox button, your volume buttons, L3, R3, select start, insert pause, and of course the best thing is your power on button right now. So I have no idea what is going to happen, but let's just go ahead and hold that power on button just for a quick second and see if this thing doesn't come to life for us. And it looks like it is already coming to life. GPD is up on the screen. GamePad Digital. Alright, so I'm not really sure how long it takes for this thing to start up, but I'm going to stick around for a little bit and see if I can't get this thing to start working. Okay, so you can see on the screen right there, it actually wants me to start doing my Windows 10 login, and I'm going to go ahead and go through that right now. Okay, flash forward, we're actually a few days ahead now. We've gotten to spend some time with this device. I put it in the old Samsung case here that I had, and it just fits perfectly. But I'm super impressed with this little device. I'm going to call it my mini little laptop, because that's basically what it is. I mean, when I play with this thing, oh, how about that? I've actually got to close this window so you can see my desktop. Check out that desktop. Yep, the old Oculus stuff. Anyway, this thing, it actually performs like a very decent laptop. I work a lot with computers, and this thing is very smooth. It hangs a little bit when you start initializing games or, of course, installations. But other than that, once it's actually running something, it runs very, very smooth. And graphic-wise, I mean, I'm very impressed with everything. I ran Burnout on normal, and everything I played pretty much seems to play on normal. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I click right in, and as you can see, I'm in the Stanley Parable. Hey, how about that? I can just go ahead and hit A on my gamepad. It's going to go ahead and load up there, and you can see. And of course, when you're playing with this thing, you've got the little joystick pieces that you can use. All right, you can hear it.
Stanley worked for a company in a bid building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job.
Go ahead and skip through it. Okay, so here you can actually see the whole gamepad, and as I'm looking at the game right here, these pieces act either like a gamepad, like an Xbox controller, or I can make it like a mouse, depending on where I flip that little trigger right there. But as I move this around, you know, right now I'm playing the game, and you can see it's, you know, completely responsive. Everything is, you know, there. Nothing is actually slow or anything like that. It works great. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump out of this one right here by hitting the escape button, and we'll hit quit to menu. Alright, now we're back at the menu. Hit that up. Alright, you see we can jump right into Burnout just like that. So we can jump from game to game really easily, and of course if you're at home you can actually use the feature on Steam that allows you to use your home computer to play it on different devices. So you can actually just stream it to this. So as you've seen, this thing is pretty freaking sweet. I'm actually really excited to play with it more and see what games I can actually get going on here. As I've shown, it does have the 4GB RAM. Of course, it comes with 64GB storage. It's got Windows 10 64-bit on there. It is just an impressive little device, and I'm going to go ahead and close it for right now, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.